Welcome to CEPA in Conversation, where researchers at CEPA will give you insights into the areas of research they're working on. Today with us is Karin Fernando, who is a senior researcher at CEPA and who leads the thematic sustainable development. Hi Karin. Given the expertise in your topic, can you tell us why a sustainable development framework is important for poverty?
So actually we have achieved a lot of economic growth. The world and also Sri Lanka has amassed wealth, we have amassed material well-being, but actually it has come at a cost of rising inequality, and there is a gap between the rich and the poor. We have good income, but there is also issues of income inequality, access to education, etc., even gender disparities. And also in the world now we are seeing there are so many problems with peace and insecurity, and there is also a huge threat to our planet right now. As you all know that we do face a massive climate crisis, and the things that we have done, the achievements that we have made in terms of our economic and social well-being has actually come at a cost to our planet. And this pressure is actually much more on poor people. So every time we face a disaster, the risks and the vulnerabilities rise for poor people. So in this particular development model, the environmental angle is actually quite poorly incorporated. So the necessity to think about sustainability science is really important if we really talk about poverty alleviation. And in sustainable development, in that framework, the idea is that it's not really only an environmental aspect that we look at economic, social and environmental dimensions. So you have to think about all those three dimensions, and the idea is that the three dimensions must work within ecological boundaries. And the social boundary needs to think about inequality, and growth needs to be not growth for growth's sake, but growth that is also contained within what is possible. So that is why a sustainable framework is important, because poverty alleviation also cannot happen unless there are enough resources to manage it.
So how does CEPA as a research organization contribute to the understanding of this different way of doing development?
Okay, so since we also believe that poverty is multidimensional, the idea that you must have a healthy environment is part and parcel of alleviating poverty. So the work that we do tries to explore and understand more deeply what that link means. So we look at socioeconomic aspects and how those aspects interlink with the environment, and we try to look at providing tools, providing information that tries to help you understand those links, help you unravel the link, so that you can merge the theory and practice and think about better ways of doing sustainable development. So one part of it is to actually do the research, and the other part of our work is to try to lobby for that change. So because this isn't the development paradigm, we are trying to push for that change. So we are trying to also build dialogue, we are trying to work with other people who are also making the same argument, so that we increase the noise for this kind of change.
Given the rapid changes that we are facing because of the COVID-19 pandemic, what does this kind of framework offer?
Well, it doesn't offer an easy solution, that's for sure. And if you all remember, in the early days of the pandemic, when we went into lockdown, you heard so many people say pollution has reduced, the earth is getting a break, and there were so many different things on social media, and even our own lives. I think we would have all reflected on the idea that when we restart, we should restart differently. And now we find that there has been such a huge impact actually on people's lives, on the global economy, and that there are all these now packages to try and restart livelihoods. that again we seem to have forgotten that having a healthy planet really should be part of this. So doing sustainable development is actually not easy. It's actually a difficult thing because we are asking to change the way our lifestyles run. But it is something that really we need to be a part of, and there were certain things actually within the time that we were in lockdown, like we went into more digital systems, we had to think differently about how we lived our lives, and I think that is really the need of the hour, and we really need to be pushing for that system.
Thank you, Karin. Stay tuned for more conversations with our researchers.